Oh shit, hang on. Can you do my introduction for me?
I don't know your introduction.
I'm sure you'll come up with something. Alright, so what's up guys? So another introduction again. Um so after about an hour and a half of searching, Panda and I finally found a fucking C dot. And it was a bitch. So 1 second as I update the sidebar.
It looks a little squishy. Just like... Cena just looks so unhappy with its life.
Perfect. Alright, save as JPEGs, Emerald Live, yes, replace, okay. File, save. Alright. So this is literally what it looks like now. Alright, so we're back
That
with
Cena is just like, instead of being like tall and, you know, acorny, it's just crushed.
well, you know, someone stepped on my nuts, so what are you gonna do?
I'm surprised you had any. Did you just quit over that joke?
Yes.
Nice.
Because the fuck you. There's actually a thing. There's another unpack that's my favorite of all time. I would highly suggest playing it. It's Pokemon Wally. So literally, you take up Wally's.
Oh, for a second I thought you were talking about the cute little robot from the Pixar movie.
No,
Wow.
that's Whaley. This is Wally. Unless you want to be technical, Wall Y.
It is a boy. Cacturn? What? That is not normal. Neither is that to my memory. Okay.
Nah, dude. Pokemon has changed over the years.
I've noticed. I didn't know that you fought Cacturn so early. In a you know, like 14-year-old video game.
But yeah, in Pokemon Wally, you actually take up the entirety of his life. It's actually pretty fucking cool, considering the fact that you actually catch the vault. You get a Roselia from one of your neighbors. You get like you don't really catch Pokemon in the game, but you do get you do get an intense story, and it's actually really fucking cool. I love how in like Pokemon Heart Gold, you can manipulate the game, so that way you can literally skip 2 trainers, go for the 7th. I never really liked Scott.
Well, you know what? Maybe he doesn't like you either.
I remember Scott from the cartoon, and he was a dick even. Well, he was a fat ass.
He was just there to help Ash get on his way.
No, he wasn't. He was there to, like, the only thing I remember him actually doing was driving a boat. That was it.
Don't forget the car, he drove a car.
Oh yeah, that's right. He drove it off Mount Chimney.
I don't remember that.
Remember when they were going to go and get the... No, they drove a cable car up. I remember, like, Scott doing something with the fucking car. I think one of the worst things you can do to yourself in this game is randomize, like, shuffle where the items are. So, like, instead of getting a Master Ball, you get a fucking Pokeball.
No, Premier Ball. All better.
No, we're talking about shit items. Beer balls are actually pretty cool considering it's white. And considering the fact that Master Balls in this game were found on the floor and T-Mock was, T-Mock was hideout. Remember fucking Gary from the original cartoon? He had nothing but a harem with him.
Not really, actually.
Look up Gary Oak and harem, and you'll see what I mean. Safe search on, just to be safe. Oh yeah, C-Dot battle, let's go, bitch. An intense battle is brewing in the Colosseum.
He doesn't have intense battles.
2 hours later, it's still a bite off.
Metapod, use Harden! Metapod, Harden!
Metapod, use Harden like Viagra. Six words to describe your sex life. Metapod used Harden. It's super effective. Oh, did you see the If Pokemon had Facebook that I posted?
No, I don't watch this stuff too much.
Dude, like, Warp Zone is hilarious. You gotta watch it. Like, what's funny is by the end of the TV series, Pikachu will be overpowered, but by the next one, it's like, Pikachu's level 1 again. Those both from the previous show, but fucking still is utterly useless. Time when fucking Astonish actually did something.
You really don't like that move.
Dude, it does like 15 damage. It's a shit move. $30 damage! Wow, it does more than fucking poison. That's actually surprising.
Tackle does like 40, dude.
I'm aware of that. Headbutt does like 50. I remember in HH and HG and SS, they tried to push Headbutt so hard to get Pokemon from trees. It's like, no. Oh yeah, this guy you can fight. One guy I would say I honestly do not miss is the fucking guy who tries to sell you a magic card.
Buy my magic card.
I should just name my Aeron AA Gron. I was gonna name him AA Ron, but then I'd have to name him LL Ron. Or just gone straight to AA Gron.
L. Ron Hubbard?
Who the fuck is that?
Wait, really?
Yeah, who is that?
Scientology?
I don't watch the media. I do not watch news.
L. Ron Hubbard is the guy who started Scientology, the crazy cult over in the in California that Tom Cruise is part of.
Never heard of him. I've heard of Scientology.
Yeah, L. Ron Hubbard's the guy who wrote Scientology.
Never knew that.
That is weird. It's one of like the most famous things ever, is it not?
Well, it's also one of the most famous people is fucking... What's his name? Fucking Edgar Allan Poe and fucking Xeris and Amogus have never read anything he's written.
I honestly think he's a little overrated in my opinion.
No, I agree with you there.
He just kind of strikes me as really angry and like kind of just...
Well, I mean, I kind of went overboard and over analytical at one point about Edgar Allan Poe. And what I ended up coming up with was like, oh, it was in it was the Borderlands 2 mission on Tiny Tina's Dungeon Keep about the guy looking for his brother or his friend in the crypt. And
Yeah, what about it?
Because what happened was Edgar Allan Poe wrote a story about... Hang on, let me mute my game so I can actually fucking hear myself fucking think. Edgar Allan Poe actually wrote a story about a guy during a French festival or whatever was going on. about helping his drunk friend into the catacombs. His friend didn't know where he was. He ended up throwing the guy into a room, sealing up the room with bricks, and leaving the guy in the catacombs to die alive.
Dick move.
And so that's what I was thinking of when it came to the mission where you had to go help the guy find out where his friend is and help him find his dead body to make sure his friend's dead. That's the only thing that I come back with. And explain it to fucking Zaius and Immobilis, who had never read Edgar Allan Poe or even heard of him, which makes me surprised that you even know who he is.
I know who he is. Just
Did you ever read one of his stories?
A couple.
Do you
Of course, I've read the Nevermore, the Raven.
Cough the Raven, bitch. Nevermore. What about the one about the beating heart?
I can't recall what one that was.
So I'm now calling this the starter team begins and literacy hour. So what happened is that in one of the stories, because this is back in middle school, early middle school, that I read these books. So at one point, the main character of the book, or the little little excerpt, what he does is he ends up murdering a guy and disassembling his body and burying it under the floorboards. Cops come to the house and they start interrogating the guy. So what they do is they come in, the guy invites them in, they sit down, the cops sit down on the thing, and they're asking, minor questions. They ask a few questions and they just sit there. All of a sudden, the dead guy's heart starts beating, and only the main character can hear it. And it's the moral of it is that the guilt is starting, and the main theme of it is that the guilt is starting to get to the guy, as he's the only one that can hear the guy's heart beating underneath the floorboards until he finally confesses about the murder. Edgar Allan Poe wrote some dark ass shit.
I've never been too interested in his writing, though.
I never was, but I had to learn about him in my as part of my education. I don't remember the story of Nevermore.
It's one of his most famous ones.
Maybe. Do you know of... And... Do you know of Kant's, can't remember what his first name is, but, there's a philosopher named Kant, and do you know of what his ideology was? I think it was Xavier or something. Alexander or something. It was a Russian name or something. I'll just eat whatever. Sorry, I'm yelling at my mom through walls. So, Kant's theory was that the truth is always the right thing, and lying is always a bad thing. And he was proposed the question, well, what if someone wanted to murder your friend? Would you lie to protect him? He said no. He would tell him the truth. His philosophy was that lying is always deceitful, and you should never deceive. Lying is deceitful to others and to yourself, and is also harmful to oneself.
Yeah, I can understand that sentiment.
I mean, just look at fucking El Sueño. I mean, his whole ideology and backstory is that he never lies. It's that lying is bad to oneself.
Yeah, but I've never been too into him, so I've never tried too hard anyway.
I mean, why the fuck did I send out C Dot when he has absolutely nothing he can do? I'm actually now worried what Rock Tom is gonna be. Because then it's not a good move, because like literally every move I have is supposed to be is going to be all lethal moves. It's 100% going to be attack moves. But question remains, is it going to be a good one? Also, remember how I was telling you about how like my character is basically flat broke in the games?
Yeah.
So basically, I had about two TMs worth of like hyper like Blizzard or Hyper Beam. Yeah, two. I could buy like two TMs of Blizzard and then be out of money. So like I had about 8,000 on me at any given time. Like that's how much. That's how little money I made in the game. That's how much like I tried to sell, and that's how much I tried to like keep on me. Like it was a bitch.
Jesus, that was annoying. Victory. That was real annoying, real quickly in my opinion.
I can barely hear you. You sound like you're like a long ways away from the mic.
Yeah, no. My mic's weird, but that would get real annoying real quickly.
Yeah, dude, the struggle was fucking real. Like, and even back then, I still like didn't use cheats. Is like the only reason why I ever use cheats nowadays is either for all TMs because the TMs are badass, or I'm curious as of what the TMs actually are. Because at one point, I actually ended up with Hydro Pump, Frenzy Plant, and Blast Burn as TMs. Which, in my opinion, looked fucking badass. I don't want this sound. My other problem is I literally spent my inheritance on fucking Pokeballs.
Good way to live, right?
Well, I don't even fucking need them anymore because I literally got all the Pokemon I'll be needing until I get to Viewport or whatever. Why am I all of a sudden forgetting all the names of the fucking Hoenn? Like I could literally draw you a near perfect map on the back of my fucking hand and tell you exactly what every fucking dot is.
Yeah, that's a unique skill.
I said near perfect, I'm not artistic, so I mean it feels like fucking some retard drew it. It's hilarious how we're about 25 minutes in, and we progress absolutely nil. Alright, so we're up to 4K, so we made a profit of 1K.
Nice.
Still shit. Well, 1K 500, so. Nonetheless, still shit. Like, in all honesty, I'm not one to condone cheating unless it's minor stuff.
That makes sense.
Like, if it's for like leveling up your Pokemon, I can understand like a 2x, but like if that's not a thing. I mean, like the DMs is the only thing I can fix it. Because like back then, you only had one of each, and oftentimes, like how I can teach any Pokemon any TM in this game, in this session. Like that's a viable thing. If like my Pokemon can't perform.
Yeah, you need to give them all the power you can. And part of me understands it, but the other part of me is just like
not even power, but give them an edge. So before I leave Petalburg Woods, should I just have like a Slack off on the and like get like Slack King and just put him on the back burner? Not only was he one of my starter choices, but he was also one of the Pokemon I thought deeply about getting. My only problem is I'm not a big fan of Trot.
oh, truancy or whatever.
I call it Trot. That's similar to Taunt. But yeah, it's the one move where you can only tap every other turn.
Yeah, people will give him like modified abilities, so he doesn't have that, just so he'll be more viable.
Well, there's also like hidden abilities, so people will freak the fuck out of Slack Off to get hidden ability. Or
It's an evolved ability.
no, Slack Off has it, Vigoroth doesn't, and then Slack King has it.
I thought it was always guaranteed on the slacking.
No. I don't think so. Let me look. I actually love Google. Okay, maybe in 3rd generation, but let's check Sega B.
Because I'm willing to say it might have changed later games, but I played the hell out of those games, and I remember him having that, lazy
he's only
thing.
gonna get Tron.
And so people would hack him back in the 3rd one.
Yeah, there's no hidden ability, there's nothing, it's just Tron.
Which is kind of super lame. Like, yeah, he hits like a truck, and he has one of the highest base stat totals possible. Especially for a non-legendary, but that Trance ability it's gonna screw you hard.
Well, I mean, if you have, like, since you have, like, high base stats, if you keep giving him a leftover on the turns he can't attack, he'll still heal.
Yeah, but it's not gonna make it easier to beat anyone.
I like how in the remake, you got the EXP share right here instead of the Great Ball.
Yeah, and it was a full EXP, so everybody got it. So,
What's up, bitch? Oh shit, I shouldn't have said anything. One of the few things that amazed me was that Barry's father from Diamond Pearl Platinum, his father was Frontier Marine. Do you remember Paul from the Owen?
Oh god, yeah, that was a weird time for them.
Like, I get it, he's a contest coordinator, and he...
Wait, I thought Paul was the rival to Ash in that scene.
No, Paul was the edgy bitch in Diamond and Pearl. Paul, the original, was the contest coordinator and was May's rival. But do you remember that fucking weird guy who would be dressed up as like a water cat, or like always be dressed up as a cat turn from the animated series? That was like a huge like contest coordinator.
No.
Okay, look up like cat turn guy Pokemon Advanced Battle, and you'll see exactly what I mean.
I don't know if I want to, honestly.
Why not? You that make him a pussy? Like, it's nothing bad. It's the guy was just cringy as and like awkward as fuck to watch on TV. That's the only thing I'm saying. It's not like he fucking is there's I'm not saying look at the R fucking 34 of it. I'm just saying look at how weird it was. Like he's about,
Oh god, I remember him.
yeah, now you remember how cringy he is?
That was just a weird time. Pokemon's always just had a weird anime.
I don't even consider Pokemon an anime. I just consider it a video game, and that's that. Fucking, if you're gonna keep a fucking guy 10 years old through like 18 years of his life, you got some serious pedophiles in your goddamn corporation.
At least he's not Dan Schneider.
What the fuck is Dan Schneider?
He's the guy who made all like iCarly and all of that. And it's actually kind of like a joke because he was known to there was just a lot of episodes of shows that he created that would be focused around feet. And so he became a meme that he had a foot fetish.
That's
Yeah.
fucking glorious. Dude, I'm having like, I have to keep looking at my freaking Apple Watch because my mom's text tone is the item, you got an item from Pokemon Emerald. It's like, wait, my watch will make a ding sound, not you got an item.
Yeah, Dan Schneider was known to be a bit of an odd.
And then look up Paul, because, like, what's funny is that, like, what's sad is that Ash, like, goes through all this shit, you know, catches all these Pokemon, trains, goes through everything, and then, like, when it comes to, like, the leagues and everything, he just crashes hard.
Oh yeah, no, he cannot do half of the stuff right. It's
Like, in all honesty, I get the fact that, like, the teaser trailers of Pokemon are cool and everything, but I mean, you're better off making a show with Brandon and May. Much rather, like, literally, May's the daughter of Professor Birch, and or Norman, and then Brandon's the son of, Professor Birch and have them go on an adventure. One, like, their interest, like, same interest story of, like, May wanting to be contest and Brandon wanting to complete all the adventures. Like, it's much easier than having Ash literally be about 6 foot even and fucking dive in, like, Pokemon X and Y, and then have him be this cartoonish little kid in, like, Sun and Moon.
I haven't watched the show in forever.
You don't have to, like, literally just look at, like, thumbnails or just images. Like, there's even, like, an image, like, literally, there's a YouTube video of how old is Ash, really, and it's stupid. And the fact that, like, how much he's grown from the start of the like, the very first episode to, Pokemon X and Y. And then if you look at Pokemon Sun and Moon, he's back to basically being at Fire Red and Leaf Green.
Yeah, well, it's the show.
Like, in all honesty, you'd have a bigger fucking audience if you take, Sup McBride Games, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. If you take, like, Pokemon Black and White, if you take the main character, fucking, I can't remember what his name is.
I don't know either.
All I know is that there's Lucas from Diamond and Pearl, and then there's Nate from Black and White too. And if you take the main character from Black and White, the guy, or Hilda, like literally flip a fucking coin and go with it, you literally have a good series as it follows the main two characters as they like travel throughout. They meet Sharon and everybody, you know, Bianca. And they go through the exact same events as the game. You have more audience. As you get more refined animation, you get better, more character diversity. And hearing this fucking female playing a guy running through the entire series and not aging one bit in 18 years.
Oh god, I think it's been more than 18 years by now. The Pokemon show started like 19
seasons. And every season lasts 1 year.
Because the show started back in 1998 to my memory, right?
I believe so. I mean, Google it.
Pokemon anime. 1997. April 1st, 1997. It's also weird to know that it's on Disney now. The newest season.
I mean, Cartoon Network lost the licensing to it or something. I have no idea. Why don't you look it up? Like, why is Pokemon on Disney? I mean, Disney is, like, slowly expanding as the Disney Corporation is owning a lot of shit, which doesn't honestly surprise me. But at the same time, like, it's just weird at how much Disney's become, like, a brand name. Like, it's always been a household name, like Disney and Pixar. Like, Disney doesn't own Pixar, but yet it somehow feels like they do. Am I wrong?
Yeah, they're kind of a brand name.
Like, it's a name you, like, rolls off the tongue. Like, it's...
Yeah, you hear Disney, you know what you're talking about, but it also comes with this idea of which Disney are you talking about, like Aladdin.
Well, not even Disney. Like, Disney in itself, you know, but like when you think of like, when you think of Disney, you don't think, oh, ABC, all these different corporations that Disney literally has under their belt. But the Disney name. But sometimes when people think Disney, they think, oh, you know, Disney, it's like Okay, are we talking about the TV show? Or are we talking Magic Kingdom? Some people who actually study like filmography and such will think, okay, Disney. Are we talking about ABC, Disney, Disney XD, Disney Channel, and all these different things? You know what I mean?
Not really honest.
Some people will go to the base of, okay, Disney, are we talking about Disney the TV show, or are we talking like Disney Corporation, or are we talking about Disney World / Land? Some people will say Disney, okay, so are we talking about like Disney princesses, the Disney universe, and so on and so forth. Some people will even go to the extreme of saying, okay, Disney, are we talking about the different corporations, companies that they own, or what are we talking about here? I'm like, I don't know, it's the same fucking thing. It's all Disney. Pretty much in general.
Disney. Yeah, Disney is getting a bit big, and I think it needs to back down a little. Because it's trying to buy up all
It's like they can't become like, no matter how you look at it, they won't become a monopoly because like it's not like feasible. Like AT&T's opening had to go through like a lot of hoops to be able to own DirecTV.
Yeah, but again, buying up stuff is always a lot of hoops, especially when you get into the big market.
Like, you can own a horizontal monopoly. Here's the thing. A horizontal monopoly is one thing. Like, how the Swedish guy owns every single eyeglass store known to man.
Oh, Luxottica?
Yeah, Luxottica. That's a horizontal... That is a horizontal monopoly. That is legal.
It's kind of not a great one at that because of their business practices.
Well, it's still legal, and people get away with that. But, I mean, one person, like Rex Tillerson, he can own every oil rig in the world, and he can do that legally. The only thing is that it stopped. It stops with vertical, where you can't own, say, both oil production, distributors, and everything else in between. But you can own the horizontal, meaning you can own all the oil rigs. You can have a partner company that owns all the deliveries and everything. But you cannot have control over that partner company.
Yeah, and I don't know. Monopolies are just weird in my opinion. The game's fun though. I know that much. I like the game.
For viewers, which is somewhat of a revelation. That's something new. Oh yeah, that's right. There's no such thing as special and physical in Pokemon 4th generation.
Oh god, I'm so used to that.
How the fuck could you be so used to not physical special separation?
Because it used to... I play a lot for strategy, so the type mattered a hell of a lot. And I only got into that in the newer generations. So that's when I started paying enough attention.
Because I'm so used to the newer generation that as I'm hitting the freaking C dot, I'm like, he shouldn't be able to hit me. It only works with physical moves. No, I forgot. This fucking special doesn't exist until even in Emerald, but it exists in XD and Gales of Darkness. So technically, it still exists in 3rd generation. It just didn't happen until later.
The Gale of Darkness was released before 3rd generation. Coliseum was released.
No, Coliseum was released after. Coliseum was released after Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. And then Gales of Darkness was released before, because Gales of Darkness was released before 4th gen came out, within like a year or so, because they were the ones to leak about one of the new Pokemon, Bonsly. And before we continue this conversation, in the next stream, we're going to take a 5-minute break real quick, and we will come back to restart the stream. Alright, so we're starting the stream. Why is the stream resuming? I don't want the stream to resume. Stop resuming my fucking